but there's a long tradition of these types of voices of conscience. So I just immersed myself in the world of St. Sabina and spent time with Father Mike and his peacekeepers and the community there, and tried to learn as much as I could.
We love you on Windy City Live. Yes, we do. Tell us, how did all this happen? How did this come about?
Well, I play me. I play Val Warner in Chirac, which is really cool. So when people see this movie, they are literally seeing Val, and I am a reporter in the movie.
We talk about the violence, but what can we do personally?
I think we got to be engaged, and I think engaged in a number of things. In our block, in our home, in our neighborhood, we got to be engaged. We got to fight the issues. We got to fight a government that is abandoned, you know, whole communities on the south and the west side. We got to fight a governor who's cut out every youth employment program, who's cut out violence prevention programs, who's abandoned our communities and the poor and the vulnerable. And I think we got to reach out to our brothers on the street and love them and respect them and help them, not just demonize them.
My participation is only because of Mr. Spike Lee, our leader, our director, and he reached out to me and blessed me with the opportunity to be in this film and said that his mission was to save lives in the south side of Chicago.
I'll just say like this. First of all, give you the history of coming to Chicago and telling my jokes as a young cat. I'm 37 now. I started about almost 15 years ago. Elroy taking me under his wing, let me do some jokes here and there for the radio stations and all that kind of stuff.
We are more than that. We are more than that. We're greater than that. And I feel like in places like this, or Chicago, or whatever you want to call it, the hood, whatever you want to call it, like, it's too much attention dwelled on the negative.
I learned that no matter what you do and how much of a genuine heart you have, and if you're coming from a good place, people are going to criticize if they don't agree with what you're doing.
Hi, we're from Empire, and you're watching the Higher Learning Network.
So how long have you been standing here?
Not too long, like an hour. So we're moving in fast. This is a good sign.
Yo, what's up? It's your man Tony Schofield from 106.3 Chicago's R&B, and you are watching Men on Higher Learning. Now, I used to hang around with some men that was into some higher learning. It just wasn't that kind of higher learning, but I got myself together now, okay?
What is it that you do in your quiet time, in your meditation time, that allows you to bring us the films that you do?
I sit courtside in Madison Square Garden, world's most famous arena.
And you're watching ZTV on the Higher Learning Network.
He was the quintessential servant. Bill Hampton was a man who dedicated his life in every sense of the word to the service of humanity. People of that nature are rare, and that's why we celebrate. Even in his homegoing, we celebrate because he lived such a tremendous life. But not just him. His father, his mother, his sister, and the family just have dedicated themselves to making humanity better, to making us better as a people. That is a tremendous legacy that continues and will continue forward from this day. Thank you.
Reverend Edward Brownlee, and I had the pleasure and the honor to be Bill Hampton's barber for many years. All right. And a Maywood resident.
All right. Thank you so much.
Obituary. William Edward Hampton, a.k.a. Bill, was born in Summit, Argo, Illinois on July 8, 1945, to Francis and Iberia Hampton. He was the eldest of 3 children, Francis Dolores Smith, a.k.a. Dee Dee, and Frederick Allen Hampton Sr., Chairman Fred Hampton Sr., all of whom preceded Bill in death. Bill expressed a hope in Christ at an early age. Later, he joined the Rock of Ages Baptist Church. He had a profound faith in God and believed that God helps those who help themselves. Bill was an excellent student. He attended Irving Elementary School, Proviso East High School, and Roosevelt University, where he received a Bachelor of Arts degree. Bill was a warrior for human rights and justice. He was a skillful organizer and community leader, and true brother in the struggle. He traveled extensively in the pursuit of human rights and equality for all people. Bill distinguished himself by continuing the legacy of his brother, Chairman Fred Hampton, Sr. of the Black Panther Party, through the establishment of the Fred Hampton Scholarship Fund. The Scholarship Fund was founded in 1969 by Bill, Reverend Jesse Lewis Jackson Sr., Reverend Ralph Abernathy, and others to aid aspiring law students. It has awarded more than 200 scholarships. Bill, along with community members and family, fought for the naming of the swimming pool in Maywood, which today bears the name Fred Hampton Aquatic Center. The bus at the pool was sponsored by then State Representative Karen Yarborough and sculpted by the world-renowned sculptor Preston Jackson to Iberia Hampton's exact specifications. Bill also fought for renaming of the street bordering the Aquatic Center. Today it is named Fred Hampton Way. Bill was a member in good standing of Kappa Alpha Psi Fraternity, Inc. He was currently a member of and former president of the Maywood Park District. He was also a board member of PLCCA, the Maywood Proviso Rotary Club, and one of the co-founders of the African American Business and Community Development Initiative. He lectured extensively around the United States. He leaves to cherish his memory and aunt, Clara Hampton Robinson in Magnolia, Arkansas. Nephews and nieces, Chairman Fred Hampton Jr., Robin Allen, Denard Virginia Smith, Octavia M. Percy Smith, one sister-in-law, Akun Majeri, Deborah Johnson, grandnieces and nephews, Tamitra Derrick Patterson, Tanaya Smith, Denard Smith Jr., Carlos Tatum, James Tatum, and Byron King, and a host of relatives and friends.
Amen.
Amen.
Look, I thought Bill was a quiet storm in the Maywood community and throughout the country. We love him. We love what he stood for. He kept his brother's spirit alive, his scholarship, all of the work that Fred Hampton, all of the work of feeding people in the community, all of the work of building up the community. Brother Bill kept that alive. We love him. We miss him dearly. May he rest in God's arms and continue to do the work of the good Lord.
Hi, my name is Heather Schooler, owner of the company Help Me Finish, and newly developed business billionaire breakthrough system. I want to talk today about my friend Zelda Robinson, who has created this mindful breakthrough system, which is absolutely phenomenal. And you want to know what I learned from it? I learned that I can stop the negative patterns in my life through one simple word: stop. And I think about that all the time. Every time I see a red light, I remember to stop. Every time I see a stop sign, I remember to stop. So even when I'm having a bad day and I can see a stop sign, it'll remind me of what Zelda's taught me. So if you guys haven't taken her program, you need to sign up for her program, because we all need to stop the negative voices in our head, and she's got the tools to help you do it. I'm Heather Schooler, owner of Help Me Finish, and I hope you guys sign up. And when you sign up, have a fantastic day every day, because that's what Zelda's going to teach you to do.
Hey, this is Bill Walsh with the Power Team Success TV Network. I am so honored that I have an amazing speaker, a gifted author that literally is taking the world by storm with her message. Zelda Robinson, how are you?
I'm wonderful.
Gosh, we're so honored to have you on the show. So maybe you could share with some of the promoters around the country and individuals who are thinking about booking you to speak, just a bit of your background would be great.
Well, I worked 20 years in radio. I retired from radio, but that radio career turned into motivational speaking.
Yeah.
And as a result of that, I got into television. But there was always something in the back of my mind. You've got a message. You need to go back and share that. So I started back, and this is the place to be with the International Power Team, so that I can get my message across.
And so when you do speak at a lot of events, right, what are a few of your main speaking topics that you like to share with audiences?
Well, the main topics I like to share are for entrepreneurs and for business owners who have a daily struggle of thoughts coming into their head about what they can and cannot do. I have a mindfulness training program, a system that will help you get to where you need to be.
And I'm sure a lot of entrepreneurs face that.
Oh.
I'm sure a lot of small business go through that challenge. And of course, if you're listening today and you're looking for a great speaker of the book, she owns this space, she lives in it every day, and she's helping a lot of individuals have that big breakthrough. So what would you say when you do and you go speak at these events, what would you say is the one big takeaway the audience walks away with? If there was like an aha moment that they would have, that they'd say, oh my gosh, I learned so much from it. This is one of the big things that I learned.
Well, one of the greatest gifts that I have is mindfulness, and it's learning how the brain functions so that you don't beat up on yourself, all those negative thoughts that you have. You learn how the brain functions and how to not cover up, but replace those negative thoughts with positive thoughts. And there's a whole process. It's a system.
That's pretty awesome. I know you travel around, you're willing to speak globally, whether it's local, national, regional, it doesn't matter, you're there. I know you're excited about getting that message out there. What is the best way for promoters watching this video today, or someone's watching the video, that they could get some more information about you?
Just look at the website at the bottom of the screen. that's how you can contact me.
That's awesome. And all you got to do, once again, if you're looking for a great speaker, she's definitely the one. You'll love her at your event. And I can tell you that I'm excited to see you change even more lives.
Thank you so much.
Congratulations. Thanks for being on the Power Team, Success TV Network.
Church, amen. Let us say amen again. One more time for the Holy Ghost. And let us take some hands and let us praise God. Boy, y'all also stingy with them hand claps. I say give God a hand clap of praise. The one who stepped out of nowhere and called it to existence, and there it was. Do I let him believe it? I just need 2 or 3 folks to know that when praises go up, blessings do come down. Come on, give it up for Jesus. Amen. We give thanks and praises to God our Father, the very one and the only one, and to whom all blessings flow. To our very fine bishop, our founder and overseer, Dr. Claude Porter. Let's give him a hand. Amen. That's my bishop. Come on, give it up for my bishop. Welcome to the city of Maywood. Amen. And certainly to our lady bishop, Sister Ernestine Porter. Give her a hand. Amen. And to this great galaxy of preachers, and to all of you, my father's children, and certainly last but not least to this family, we say to you, look to the hills which cometh your help, because all of your help comes from the Lord. Now, nobody could have got us all here early like this on time, but Bill Hampton.
I'm going to call Reverend Commissioner Richard Boykin with a presentation.
Amen. Let the church say amen.
Amen.
Let the church say amen again.
Amen.
One more time for the blessed Holy Ghost.
Amen.
I'd rather be a free man in my grave than to live life as a puppet or a slave.
Yes, sir. All right. All right.
Let me say it again.
Say that again. Say that.
I'd rather be a free man in my grave than to live life as a puppet or a slave.
Amen.
To the Hampton family, we extend our condolences on behalf of the 1st Commission District, which you live in, which we're in now. To the angel of this church, to the bishop, to all of the clergy, and to all of the elected officials, concerned citizens, and to the family, we greet you with great Jesus joy. On behalf of the 5 million people that live in Cook County,
yes, sir.
we stopped by here today to say a word on behalf of Bill Hampton.
Yes, sir.
All right. I have a resolution that I'll present to the family. I won't read it because it's extensive and it's long. He did a lot in a short amount of time.
Yes, sir.
But let me tell you, Quincy, he was a beacon of light in darkness.
Yes, sir. Amen. Yes, sir.
He walked his life and lived his life in such a way that he tried to help somebody as he walked along life's journey.
Yes, sir.
He lived his life as the book of Matthew calls all of us to live our lives, and that is, when I was thirsty, that you give me drink.
Well,
when I was hungry, that you feed me.
Yeah. Say that.
When I was naked, that you give me clothes to wear.
Well.
And when I was in jail, that you come and see about me. When I was in the hospital, that you pray for me.
Mm-hmm.
That's the way he lived his life.
Yes, sir.
Let me tell you, what I remember about him is that he was persistent, he was passionate,
yes,
and he cared about people.
Yes, he did.
He cared about the least of these.
Yes.
He was a freedom fighter.
Yes.
And if nothing else, remember that. And he was a change agent.
Yes, sir.
He did everything that he could to make sure that his brother's legacy never died. Often coming to me for contributions to the scholarship fund. of which every time he came, I gave him a contribution.
Yes, sir.
Because I thought it was the right thing to do. Because we ought to live our lives to help somebody else.
That's it. That's
And
it.
you know what? He fought the good fight.
Yeah.
And he finished the race.
Yes,
All right.
And he kept the faith.
Come on now.
And now laid up for him as a crown of glory.
Amen.
And guess what? We ought to strive to live our lives in such a way that when we meet our Maker, then he'll say, come on in, my good and faithful servant.
Yeah.
I have laid up for you this crown because you've earned it.
Yeah.
You've walked the walk on earth and you've done the work that I've called you to do. And that's what all of us ought to do.
Yes, sir.
Bless the Hampton family and may God bless the legacy and life of Bill Hampton.
Be done, oh, with the trouble
All right.
of the world,
Yes. Yes.
oh, with the trouble. The troubles of this world, the troubles of this world. Soon I will be done with the troubles of the world. I'm going on to live with God. No more. Oh, we be not waiting. There'll be no more, Lord, no more. Oh, we be not waiting. And there'll be no more, no more. Oh, we be not waiting. I'm going home to live with God. I want to see my mother. I want, Lord, I want to see my dear mother. And Lord, I want to see my mother. I'm going to live. Girl, we are to live with God.
Amen. Y'all give her another hand.